Hello there, I'm Dave Allen, I'm good and geeky, and today we're having a look at the 5 things I really like about using Neovim. Let's get started. Okay, so here I am in Warp, and to get into Neovim I've got a alias set up in my ZSH file, my config file. So I do NV and that'll take me straight into Neovim. I haven't got any document open at the moment because I just typed in Neovim and nothing else. If I want to get into a document, because I've got Neovim set up with some extra bits and pieces, I've got a Neovim tree. If I do space and the letter E on my keyboard, this brings up this tree on the left hand side here, which is really good for finding your way around here. So if I want to get up if I want to go up a directory, I'll just press on that there and it comes up a directory. Let's go back into documents. I'm going to open up this document here called sensitive. Press enter, I've got that open. Do space and then letter E again to get rid of the tree, and I'm back in there again. And as you can see, I've got this NvimTreeToggle in here at the bottom. That's the command that's in there. That's the command that was used. It's just that I've got it set to the keyboard of Spacebar and E. So number 1, easy moving around in the document. Moving around in the document is absolutely marvellous. It's really fast and you can do it all with the keyboard. You've got simple stuff like J to move down one line at a time. You see moving down there one line at a time. I can use K to move up a line. If I use the letter L, I can move this way. So that's moving the letter L to go to the right, and if I use the letter H, I can move to the left. And the good thing about this is H, J, K and L, your hands are on the keyboard and in the right place for getting to these keys. Now, to make this even better, I can move down 3 lines at a time, and I can do that by doing 3J. So that's moving down 3 lines. If I want to go to where it says, unfortunately, your contact is insisting, that's actually 5 lines down from where I am, which is on line number 4. I've got the relative numbers on there. So number 4 tells me the line number that I'm on, and the one I want to go down to is 5 lines down from that. So if I do 5 and then J, that takes me to the right line. That's kind of cool, and I can move back up the lines as well. So if I want to go to where it says personal information, so I go back up to line 6 from line 9, all I've got to do is go 6K and I'm back in the right line again. If I want to go to the beginning of the line, I use the letter or the number 0 on my keyboard. If I want to go to the end of the line, I use the dollar symbol, and that takes me to the end of that line. Other things that you're going to need, well, if you want to go to the start of the document, you're going to use GG, and that'll take you to the first line. But as you see, it's taking me to the last character of that line there. So I'm at the beginning, I'm at the first line of the document, but I'm not the first character. So if I want to go back to the first character, then I'm going to press the letter 0 to get to that one there. So if I go 4 words in now, so if I do 4 words in, I want to go 4W, that takes me 4 words in. Let's do Shift G to get down to the bottom there. That will actually take me to the very end there, because I've got a last line there with nothing in it. But if I go up 2 lines to the where it says if it is a file, so or any of these lines here, I'm going to be at. And this one here, you can see I'm at line 13 and I'm in character number 26 on that line there. Number 2, easy editing. It's a really neat trick when you can change a word throughout a document. For example, in this document, I have the word could, and I want to change them all to the word should. Let's do that now. I'll show you how to do it. It's quite simple. You have to remember a little bit of a code to do it though. Let's go to the start of the document first of all. So if you remember that there, it's GG to get to the start of the document, and right to the very first character, 0. What I have to do to get into this here, I have to go into command mode, and to do that I'll do the colon, so command mode, and then I'm going to do %S for search, and then / and then I can start telling it the word I want to look for. I was looking for a word before, I was looking for the word the, so that's why that's come up there now. But in this case here, I want to find the word could. Let's do COULD. Okay, so that's found all the word could for me. Now if I press the / I can start typing in the word should, and it'll fill all of those out for me throughout the document with the word that I want to be there. So as you can see now, throughout the document, wherever it says could, it now says should. How cool is that then? Press enter and the job's done. Did 4 substitutions. For some reason I didn't do one of them. I don't know why. How weird was that then? Let's do that again. So let's do a colon there. If I do the arrow key now, I'll bring up the last one that I put in there. Could to should, press enter, and that changed it this time. So it did the last one. For some reason it didn't do it last time, but That's not a big problem. We can work with that. So let's go into this command again. Let's do the command line. And then I'm going to press the up arrow to bring up what was there before. Then I'm going to do the backspaces there to change this here. And now I'm going to change the word should for could. So let's go for this here. So now I'm going to put the forward slash in there and put in the word that I want in there, which is could this time. So I'm going to change them all back to could. Now what you can also do is you can get it to only do the one that you want to be changed. So maybe you don't want to do all of them. So if I put in a forward slash now, and then I'm going to put in the letter C, which is for confirm. So what's going to happen now is if I press enter, is I'm going to go to the first one, and I've got some choices to make, and I can do that at the bottom where it says Y for yes, N for no, Q is to quit it and not do any of them, L will do whatever's on that line, and I can't remember what the other ones after that do, the E and the Y. So anyway, let's do some of these here. So I want that one to be changed. I'm going to press the letter Y on the keyboard, so that changed should to be could on that first one there. Now it's on the next one, and I'm going to change that one as well. So could should to could. This one here I don't want to be changed, so I'm going to press the N for no. And on this one here I'm going to press the letter A, and it should change this one and then not change any after that. So let's press A. So it changed that one there, but there was one instance of the word could after that, and it didn't change that back to should. So if I go into say this line here, line 13, if I go just to the word could, let's do a forward slash. So you can see there I've got could in there still, in the places where I want it in there. So now I'm at the start of the document because I've got the GG and then followed it with the 0 to get to the beginning of the document. To get to the end of that line, the dollar symbol. So okay, so we're on line 3 at the moment, and you can see I've got a problem with the word information where I've got extra characters in there that I don't want. Okay, so now I'm at the start of this word information, except it's wrong, and I'm going to make some changes. So let's move some characters forward. So I'm going to use the L key to get to where I want to change it. And I can delete character just by pressing the letter X. Except for some reason or other, sometimes I start doing that and it moves it down a couple of lines. I don't know why it does that. So I'm going to press the letter X. Now if I want to change just one single word, I want to put something else in there. So let's come 4 lines down with 4J. And I'm in the word should at the moment. I want to go to the next word. So I'm going to do W to get to the next word. And I want to change this word to something else. Let's change it to bring. Whatever, okay? So if I want to change that word, the best way to do that is to do D and then W, and then go into insert mode. So I'm going to press I for insert mode and then put in the word that I want. So that's how you would do that. So you delete the word and then you put in the word that you want. If I was to try and do a change on this word here, let's go back into this normal mode again. And in this one here, I want to change this to something else. I can do a capital R in this mode here. So do capital R. I'm in replace mode now. So what happens is if I start changing this, I'm going to replace whatever's there with whatever I type in there. And this is good if the word is, if I want to do just this one word and it's 4 letters long. So I want to change this to then. So you see I've changed that word. That's cool. But if I want to put more stuff in after that there, you see it started changing the words after that. And it might be that I didn't want to change those words after it. I only wanted to change one word and then put in some more text afterwards. So that's why you would do a delete of the word that you want to get rid of and then start typing in after that. So I'm in replace mode at the moment. Let's get back into normal mode. I'm going to press U to get rid of that those changes that I made there. And it's put it back as it was. Okay, so remember, if you start changing some words using the replace mode, it doesn't ripple the rest of the words out of the way. It will do, it'll just replace whatever you got and keep on replacing until you get back into insert mode. Okay, so at this moment I'm in this one here where it's insisting you have to send it by email, and I want to get rid of the next 3 words. I can do 3DW, so that gets rid of 3 words. And what I can do with those 3 words if I want to, that's down one, and then down a line. Then what I do is go into, then I can do P for paste, and it will put those 3 words I've just deleted back in again. So that's a cool way of getting 3 words or however many words it is and moving them and putting them somewhere else. So let's move on to number 3, what I like using Vim. In command mode, it's easy to save and quit, even though there is a joke going around about how hard it is to get out of Vim. Okay, so I'm in normal mode. All you got to do to get out of this here is to do a colon and then Q. Now, I've made some changes in this document, So it's not going to let me go out of this. If I press enter, it's not going to do it for me, okay? So if I press enter now, I'm going to be still in the document. I can't get out. Help, I can't get out. But if you want to get out and save the changes, you're going to do a colon, W, and then Q. So that's write and then quit. That takes me back out into the terminal. I've written to the document, I've made all the changes, and I'm out of it. So let's go back in again. So I'm going to use the up arrow to go back into this one here. And I want to go to nvsensitive.md. Let's make some more changes to this here. So I'm going to yank this line out. So I'm going to do YY. And then I'm going to come down a line and I'm going to do P. So I'm going to paste the line in there. And so I've made some changes to it, right? Now if I want to come out of this and not save the changes, so what I'm going to do in this case is I'm going to do a colon, Q, and then exclamation mark. That'll take me out and it's not saved the changes. So let's go back in again. I'll just show you that there. And as you can see, the line that I took and put into line 2, it's still as it was before I made the changes and come out of it and didn't save the changes. So that's good. Okay, let's move on to number 4. It's easy copy and paste, even though it's not your usual Command C and Command V. We use Y to yank a line and P to paste. I did kind of show you that earlier, but still, this is how we do this. So if I want to yank this line out of here, so let's go down to line 5. I want to yank this line out. So to do that, I'm going to press Y twice. So that is copy that line there. And now I'm going to go to one line down there and I'm going to P for paste. So that's kind of easy. Let's undo that with the U. And I can also do 3Y, so it's going to copy 3 lines. So let's go down to the bottom here and I can show you how this works here a bit better at the bottom there. So I'm going to do Shift and G to get down to the bottom. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to this line here, to line 11, and I'm going to take 3 lines and I'm going to copy them. So I'm going to do 3YY. So that's yanked 3 lines here. So now I'm going to go to the end here. And I'm going to do P for paste those 3 lines. So now I've got those 3 lines here. If I cut lines, I can do that with a DD. So let's cut this line 12 out. So I'm going to do DD. So let's cut that line out of it there. It's put it into the registers. So I can go down and put it elsewhere. So if I come down to the bottom here, I can do P for put and paste. It puts the lines in there. If I go to the end of this here with a star symbol, and I'll do another P for paste. And let's put another one in there. And it'll just keep putting those in there until I stop pressing the letter P. It says do 5DW, so I've got to cut those 5 words out of there. I come down to the bottom here, I'm going to put 5 words back in again. So that's kind of nice. So what I did to take the words out was 5DW. So I want the word containing now. Now what I want to do is I want to delete to the beginning of the line. So what I'm going to do to do that is do a D and 0. So that's deleted to the beginning of the line. I can prove that by coming down a couple of lines here. And I'm going to do P for put, and it's the lines that I just took out. That's where I am at the moment, and I want to delete to the end of the line. So to do that, I do D and $. So that's deleted to the end of the line. I'm going to come down a bit, and I'm going to put in the letter P, and it'll paste those words I just took out and put them back in again. So that's how you do it when you want to go to the end of the line and you want to delete and then paste it in somewhere else. Okay then, so there's lots of quick and cool tricks you learn as you go. Let's go to the beginning of the document. And what I want to do is I want to look for the word information. Now, a quick and easy way to do that is put your cursor on the word that you want to look for. So I'm going to go to the word information. And it puts me on that word there at the beginning of it. And if I do the star symbol, which is the one above the 8 on the keyboard, so I'm going to do that now, it shows you where the word is throughout the document. And if you look into the command line for Neovim at the bottom there, so this bit here, look, it actually shows you what the command for that is actually in what you actually would have had to type in to do the same as pressing the star on the keyboard. So to get it, you would have to put in the / to do search, the / to do the escape of this character here, the less than symbol, then the word information, which is the one that we was looking for, and then the / and this symbol here. That's what happened when you press the star symbol on the keyboard. That's kind of cool, isn't it? Let's do another search here, / and then information. So you see I've searched for the word information there, and I'm on the second of those at the moment. Let's press enter. So there's my search done. And if I press the letter N on the keyboard, this will cycle through all the times the word is in the document. It went back to the beginning again after it got to the last one. And now I can do whatever I want with that word there. So for instance, if I want to actually sort of do a replace that word there, information for something else, capital R for replace mode. One thing that you'll have to remember while you're doing this is that you'll want to remember to use the escape key quite a lot there, because there are times when you're in the insert mode and you want to go back into the normal mode, or in the replace mode you want to go back to normal mode. Just press escape and you'll be back there. So now we're in normal mode. There are other modes as well, such as the visual mode. So if I press V, that does a visual line. So I'm on line 7 at the moment, and it's selected just line 7. So now if I do the letter J, what it'll do is it'll select the lines as you go there. So I've got 3 lines selected there now. And if I do a Y on that there, so if I do Y, so it's got 5 lines have been yanked. If I go down to the end of the document there, so if I go to Shift G to get to the bottom there, $sign to get to the end of that there, and I'm going to paste those in there, so with a P for pasting. And so that took those 3 lines that I took and it put them down below. The one thing that I found with Neovim is it is something you do have to practice, because it is a little bit different from the way that you do editing in something like Drafts or Obsidian or whatever other thing that you're working with. But the fact that you do just about all of it with the keyboard makes it really useful and really fast to work with. So this is Dave Allen, I'm Good and Geeky, showing you some stuff in Neovim. Have a look at it if you like doing stuff with a command line, and I think you'll like it. So do me a favour, you can hack the YouTube algorithm by putting a like in there, or by adding a comment, so what you think about Neovim. And also you can subscribe. Bye bye now, talk to you again soon.